playing.
The typing of the dead. Overkill.
Hey everybody, Tom and Max here. Welcome to Typing of the Dead Overkill. How you doing, Max?
I'm doing alright, Tom. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. So, this game is a, if anyone's ever played House of the Dead Overkill, this one came out, I believe 2013. It came out, I played it a little bit. I played it when it first came out, and about a couple of months ago, they added a couple of updates to it, which you're kind of seeing on the screen right here now. But
Wow.
They added a couple of updates to it, which made me want to go back and actually finish LPing the game. But this game is it's basically a PC port of House of the Dead Overkill, which came out. Christ, that one, yeah, it came out on the Wii in
2008, 2009.
2009.
Yeah. Wow.
It's real interesting sort of game, because by this point I believe they had already come out with 3 House of the Dead games.
Actually 4. There was a House of the Dead 4.
4 came out by this point, or did it come out afterwards?
I think that's a good question. I don't know if 4 came. I think 4 came out before, but I'm not 100% on.
No, it came out 2005.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So this game is very, very loosely tied into House of the Dead. It's got G, and even then, like, it's got Detective Washington, who's, like, completely different, you know, never in another game, unfortunately, because he's my goddamn favorite character.
Is Kyrian in this at all?
No, no other characters from House of the Dead are in this game at all.
Okay, so it's just G.
Just G. And even though I think he's got a different voice actor, like, this game is really nothing to do with House of the Dead series, except for a couple of the bosses are similar.
Okay.
But this is also the only game in the House of the Dead series that was made by an American studio, not the one usually used by Sega.
What you told me that studio made as well, like, was so weird, because I'm just like, wow, okay, that's very strange.
Yeah, they're Headstrong Games. We'll get to that in 1 second, but before we do that, let's get over a little bit of the gameplay mechanics.
Okay.
So, gameplay in this is very much like your traditional, typing game. Words come up, you type them. When you start typing, you end up stunning an enemy. You have to hit tab to collect pickups, which, if you don't replay this first stage, like, I played the first couple levels of this, took a break, and came back and played it again. I forgot that, and you can't pick up health, you can't pick up any items, so if you don't know that, you can really fuck yourself over.
Does it take into account capital letters, or can you just type the letter and it'll be fine?
For the normal version of this game, you can just type, you'll be fine. There's hardcore mode, where if you get that, you have to be capitalization, punctuation, all this stuff has to be correct. It is really hard, particularly when you take into account some of the custom dictionaries that we have available to us, which is kind of the gimmick of this game that made me want to come back and play it. So, usually, like this, right now we're playing standard game, which, small words, first level. Usually all the words have something to do with the character, like, the guy coming up here wearing kind of like a Vegas shirt, so his words are Vegas baby. But let's put on a custom dictionary.
Okay.
I put on little filters here to, differentiate them, but let's put on the Homestar Runner Dictionary. So, for all these custom dictionaries, people basically make a word bank. Some of them make a bunch of little words and, bigger words and stuff like that. But you got custom dictionaries placed up here, and they give you, by the way, I completely forgot that Fuhagmogas would have been probably something that was on there, so that one kind of took me a little bit by surprise. So, they give you a lot of customization features, like you can make it so that 50% of the words are custom dictionary ones. You can put on more than one custom dictionary at the same time. For the sake of this LP, I decided to just put on one custom dictionary, like, for segments and just kind of edit them in later on. Ones that start off with weird punctuation, like the $sign for 1101 or the quotation mark in videographer, you have to have that started off, so you can kind of fuck up like that. But the nice thing is for like big ones like that, like how do you type with boxing gloves on, if you just keep typing, you can kind of stun an enemy in place. Like,
I was wondering because of when you were typing in that long one from before, it looked like, okay, he's holding back a bit.
There are some custom dictionaries in this game that make it fucking impossible if you decide to actually play like the entire game with it. This game isn't really hard to begin with. They give you a lot of health, and you can kind of continue infinitely. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. This one's really good because they got words of kind of all different lengths and sizes. There are some that we're going to be doing later on that are just like unbelievable how long they all get. By the way, that zombie being launched into the air, that was not supposed to happen. That was kind of so I don't really know how they're aiming, or shooting with the whole typing mechanic, but sometimes it causes little game physics fuck-ups like that, which are always great when they happen.
Of course.
But yeah, that by the way, that red thing that I just hit right now, that is slow-mo, slow-mofo. That it kind of slows everything down, lets you shoot everybody. I also love it because any sound effects or announcer effects also get slowed down, so you get some really funny shit.
Oh, awesome.
But, we've had the Homestar run around for a while, and it's kind of repeated stuff, so let's go back to normal gameplay.
Okay.
And you can see now they have, when an enemy's about to attack you, the bar around it will go from nothing to green to flashing, so you can kind of tell who's gonna like attack you, and sometimes you need that because it's really hard sometimes to tell who what word is attributed to what zombie.
Right, and actually it helps you it just helps you prioritize in general, because I would probably be lost if I was just like, all right, I need a better visual indicator in order to type which word to type.
By the way, we have also put on the second custom DLC of the custom dictionary of this level, which is Viper albums. Now, Viper is a struggle rapper who last year released 333 albums. They are all as fucking wonderful as you think, and so someone just made a dictionary full of all of his album titles. And I tried playing this on hardcore mode where you have to like get all the punctuation and stuff right.
Oh no.
Fucking impossible. There are also segments where you can you have to try and save
rapcore.
There are also some where you have to try and save a civilian. If you have custom dictionaries on, they are fucking impossible. You are not going to save anybody. Let them die. You don't even get like health or anything like you would in other House of the Dead games.
Oh, you don't? Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, this game, it's very kind of streamlined. But, yeah, so, this game, like, this person, when there's more than one person at once, and they both have really long titles like that, I just kind of said, fuck it, and gave up on them.
Of course.
So, yeah, this game came out 2013, and about a couple months after they came out with it, they came out with their own kind of custom dictionary as, like, paid DLC for the game. Like, the game's already kind of, like, dirty and, like, grindhousey to begin with. So they kind of made another, like, an even filthier one. And they also made a Football Manager of the Dead DLC one with just a bunch of football terms in it. Probably do that in a later video. But about a year after, like, the first one of those came out, they let people kind of make their own Steam Workshop DLC, and that's when things just became fucking great.
That's fantastic.
So I asked a bunch of friends on Twitter what kind of dictionaries they wanted to see, and this was like the first one that people requested, and
oh my god.
yeah, you can see why. So, House of the Dead Overkill, like, I don't know, I love this game as soon as I started playing it. By the way, also, you'll see it a couple times. Viper is obsessed with people trying to clone him. Like, that comes... There are like 4 or 5 different albums that are all like, they trying to clone me, and shit like that.
Oh wow, so he's a conspiracy theorist on top of being
A
out
crack
of his
seller. I don't know, I like to think it's just crack. Or people trying to copy his style, but he just keeps using the word clone. Like, I don't know, I think I'd actually be pretty okay with the government if they were actually trying to clone Viper.
Oh yeah, we just need we have always needed an army of Vipers. So.
Well, I mean, Metal Gear Solid, they're trying to clone a snake. Why can't they clone a Viper?
Oh my god. Do you think he understands what he's saying?
Les enfants crack seller terrible. I would fucking pay for that. Now I want nothing more than a Metal Gear Solid game where Snake is replaced by Viper.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know if it actually stops there or they just like ran out of space.
That's what I was wondering. I was just like, there's clearly more to what was happening there.
That's my favorite one. You're stupid.
You're stupid.
Also, little gameplay thing right there. If it turns out you're typing, you know, it'll set you on the typing path of the one that you actually want to, you know, you start. If you pick the wrong one, you actually want to kill the guy in front of you. You can hit backspace and it'll reset kind of everything.
Oh.
We'll kind of see that in the boss fight a little bit.
There's a third one of these.
Oh, I love it. I love it. There are a bunch of ones that are like 3. There are a bunch of ones that are like 1 or 2, but they use the... it's fucking great. I love this guy. So, we're near the end of the stage, so I decided to switch it up and put it back to normal. Which, you know, after doing a bunch of DLC stuff, normal just looks so boring.
Yeah. You need that flavor now.
But there are a lot of good ones too, like Gravy Bloater.
That's pretty good.
And I'm really glad I didn't have Custom Dictionary on for this part, because it would be fucking impossible.
Oh god, yeah.
He would be dead. But yeah, all the words in it have kind of something to do with the stage, like they're all the meat packing shit around here.
Tell him the elevator's
Right.
out.
I say we let him find out for himself.
But yeah, so the story of the game, they really want to make it very grindhousey, which we'll see here in this cutscene.
A sadistic crime lord, master of a
So this is the main antagonist of the game, Papa Caesar. He is the best thing to happen to this game, next to Detective Washington. All the characters in this game are actually kind of modeled after a real-life person. G is modeled after Keanu Reeves in Point Blank, I believe. Isaac Washington...
Point Break, you mean?
Point Blank. Yeah, you're right. Detective Washington is after rapper Common. Papa Caesar is supposed to be Burt Reynolds. And I think it's pretty obvious who Jasper Guns is supposed to be.
Ah, yes.
Impotent cripple. Think of your sister before threatening, Papa.
But, Papa Caesar is the best thing in this entire game. Particularly how he continues to refer to everything in terms of, like, Chinese dinner. I also, by the way, love the limp wrist way he tries to inject himself right there.
Because of the shocking nature of the following scenes, they are definitely not recommended for the squeamish or the easily offended.
So, we are at the first boss fight, Jasper. He's pretty easy. I believe he's supposed to be, because a lot of these bosses are similar to actual House of the Dead bosses. And I think he is supposed to be, like, Phantom, which is actually the final boss of House of the Dead 1 and the penultimate boss of House of the Dead 2.
Oh, you mean Magician?
Magician.
Yeah, Magician. Yeah, Phantom was. Oh wait, hold on.
Oh no, I meant Magician. I always viewed him like a Phantom. In any case,
But yes, this is kind of similar because he does the projectile thing.
Yeah. And normally, you know, you just shoot the projectiles. He fires at you. In this one, you just type it out, and if you don't know about the backspace trick to lock onto a new target, you are going to get hit pretty goddamn fast. Even without that, his projectiles are kind of weird. Like you'll see here, I'm going to get hit by the second one, even though it looks like I have a ton of distance to shoot it.
Yeah.
But,
oh, wow, yeah, that was that was weird.
But, like I said, it doesn't matter. Health is plentiful in this game. Even in the normal one, like, I never really had much trouble with this game. Even on difficult mode. So it's... They really kind of want you to have fun with this game rather than anything like that.
Of course. I noticed there that there was a flashing box of what I can assume was ammo. If you press tab, you said?
Yeah, that's your health.
Oh, that's health. Okay.
Yeah, in this one you don't have ammo. You don't in the actual game. You usually have unlimited ammo with everything you've got, but you got unlimited ammo with everything you got, and some of the you can upgrade your gun, but for the most part they're all kind of they're all pretty much like similar weapons. So you don't really have to worry about stuff like ammo. The thing that makes it a little easier to get like a high score in this game is in House of the Dead Overkill, you have to shoot everything. Like you can't miss a shot. And that keeps your chain combo going.
Right.
In this one though, all you have to do is like type. I think you either have to get hit to drop your combo or to go like a long period of time dropping without typing anything to drop your combo. If you do it all really quickly, kind of show it off in the next video, but if you do it really quickly without any mistakes, you get a gold bullet in your chamber. If you do it with like one mistake, you get a silver bullet in your chamber. And every time you fill up the chamber, it bumps you up to the next level of Gorgasm, Gorgasmic, Extreme Violence, you know, a new score multiplier.
Don't disrespect my
Cool.
wheels.
I like that.
She's my pride and joy.
And my favorite thing about it, Washington's car blows up every time.
The plantation house has claimed its victims, but with Papa Caesar on the loose, nobody is safe.
You died trying to stop Caesar. I won't rest until I've shot his fucking...
So yeah,
That's pretty good. I remember playing this on the Wii a while back, and I've forgotten a ton of it. So
this has always been one of my favorite games, and I missed a couple of collectibles, but still got an A ranking. So we will see you guys in the next video.
Take care.